Hi beauties, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I am Jenny Sieber. I did a little name change on YouTube. I was getting tired of the Jenny Beauty. The way I spelled it, I don't know. I just didn't like it anymore. So I'm doing a little rebranding, I guess you could say. I'm here, I'm back to YouTube. I apologize for being gone so long. If you don't know, I had a baby. She's 9 months now, so I took quite a break, but I think it was necessary and I don't think I'll ever regret it, you know what I mean? I have a job, I have a normal job, so being able to spend my weekends with her and really just soak up this baby time, it was important to me. So that is the reason I've been gone so long. I apologize, but I wanted to come back here in 2020. I know it's already late in 2020, but I'm back and I plan to be back. I plan to make a lot more content, not just beauty. I plan to do like mom stuff if that's something you'd like to see. You know, day in the life kind of things, hopefully. So, you know, just give me ideas of what you want to see down below in the comments. And I'm sorry for being gone so long, but like I said, it was great. So anyways, what I wanted to do a video on today, as you see in the title, I'm sure, is I wanted to review the Bite Beauty Changemaker Supercharged Micellar Foundation. I recently bought this. It is a pretty new release and I just wanted to give you my thoughts on it. I heard really good things about it, which is why I initially wanted to buy it. And I've been really into like a natural, you know, finish, not super high coverage, not cakey, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's like the vibe for 2020, like everybody is gonna be doing this. So I felt like this would be a good foundation to come back and review. That is what I'm wearing right now. I applied it in the video and gave you some thoughts. So if you would like to see what I think on this foundation, it is not the first time I tried it, but it's the first time I've tried setting it with powder. So if you'd like to see my thoughts on this foundation, please just keep on watching. And thank you so much for being here at this video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get into the video. Okay, so for the Bite Beauty Changemaker Supercharged Micellar Foundation with Power Pure Maki Berry, don't know what that is. I went ahead and got the shade L40. It is a little too dark for me, but I'm so pale right now, I really don't know how to color match myself. So, let's see, this is what it looks like in the box. The foundation is in a little tube. It's just a regular squeezy tube, but honestly I don't mind this packaging because it's so easy and travel friendly and you can really just squeeze every last bit out. So I think it's pretty good packaging, kind of. So on Sephora, the foundation retails for $39.50. It is checkmarked as a clean at Sephora item. I think all of Bite Beauty probably is. I don't really know what indicates whether or not you're clean at Sephora, but it is. As far as the shade range, I'll kind of show it to you here. It has 32 shades, and I would say it's not the best looking shade range. It's definitely geared more towards the lighter to medium skin tones. So it says it is a clean, long-wearing foundation with gentle micellar technology that mimics skin texture for a natural, flawless finish. Coverage is medium, finish is natural, formulation is liquid, skin type, normal, dry combination, and oily. Highlighted ingredients are that maki berry, an antioxidant-rich ingredient that helps nurture your complexion, and micellar technology. It gently mimics skin texture for a smooth, non-cakey look, which that's what we all want, right? And this product is vegan, cruelty-free, and gluten-free. Okay, so the reason I really wanted to try this foundation was I saw Samantha Ravindal, I believe that's how you say her name. She was like totally obsessed with this, and I love the way she does her makeup. I've really gotten into that very not quite sheer, she's probably a little sheer for me, but I like the very like natural, effortless, glowy kind of skin-like looking makeup. That kind of makeup is really just like easy for me to accomplish, and it stays kind of looking good. It doesn't look too crazy, and if my baby kind of wipes it off, it's not that big of a deal because it looks natural anyways, so my regular skin showing through isn't like a huge deal. But I did want to try this today with this fresh, beautiful pimple right here, just to kind of see, you know, if it will cover that and just what it'll do. And I have tried this foundation before. I did try it one time. I tried it with the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless filter underneath, so I'm not going to use that underneath it today, just so I can get a better understanding of how this actually works by itself. But anyways, let's just get started. I can't stop blabbering. So I'm going to start off by priming with the No Pore Bloom Primer by Touch in Soul. I really like this primer. I think it's a good like pore filling primer. I don't necessarily think it like changes my makeup at all as far as making it last longer or really anything. I think it just kind of fills in these pores. It helps them look a little less intense. This is the primer I always use, or I've been using for a while now anyways. So I want to test the foundation with it, just because if this is how I'm going to wear it, I want it to work with it, you know what I mean? I will say L40 is definitely a little dark for me. I'm so pale right now that I can't even shade match myself. I literally don't know how. I keep buying foundations that are too dark, and I've never been this pale before. So I apologize, it is going to be a little dark, but I do plan on sending it back because of that reason. But I do want to get an idea of whether or not I would like to, you know, just replace it with a different color, or if I just don't like it. So hopefully I can lighten it up with a little concealer and it'll be okay. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit on my beauty blender and just start working that in. So first off, I'm noticing it does have a little bit of a fragrance to it, but it really just smells like, it doesn't smell like much. It's very like a nice clean scent. It's nothing like overpowering by any means. I think it's kind of like light and refreshing, really. I think it smells pretty good. Okay, I'm going to zoom you in so you can see the first initial layer. Okay, hopefully this is zoomed in far enough, but as you can see, with one layer, this pimple still looks absolutely atrocious. I mean, it's a bad one. I'm not gonna lie, it's a bad one. Typically, if I had a pimple like this, I probably wouldn't wear a foundation that is lightish to medium coverage. But I will throw a little bit of concealer over that and then put on my second layer. But as far as first layer, you can still see I have a couple of like scars or just a little dark marks up here from some recent breakouts, and it is not really covering them. I prefer for them to be a little bit more covered, so I'm going to put concealer on all these little spots. But if I had skin like this cheek right here just all the time, I kind of like it. Like you can see my freckles, you know, showing through. And it's definitely, I think it's a light coverage, but it's very skin looking, like it's very skin-like. I think it's pretty, it's got a good finish, but for me, I'd rather have a little bit more coverage, so we are going to apply some more. And please, don't mind these brows, they are getting out of hand, and I really just did not feel like doing them, to be honest with you. I didn't feel like plucking, so we gonna have some crazy brows, but okay. Let's do another layer. Okay, to cover these pimples, I would typically use a skin color foundation. This one's a little bit light, but we're gonna use it anyways. So I'm gonna put a little bit just on the spots that I like a little extra coverage. And now I'm going to apply another layer of the foundation. That's about how much I put on my beauty blender. Okay, so here is my skin with 2 layers on. The pimple is still there, still shining through. You can see a little bit of discoloration here on, here on the forehead, but it's not too bad. It's definitely something I could live with. This side, I think it looks great. I love the finish of this foundation. It really does look pretty skin-like. I've got a little bit of buildup here around my nose, and it's pretty typical for that to happen to me. That generally does happen with foundation. It's more on the dewy side than it is on the matte side, I would say. But I do think it's pretty, so I'm going to leave it like this, and then I'm just going to add a little bit more concealer to that pimple right there. And really just try to cover it up because it's going to drive me crazy. Okay, so like that, I can live with that. I don't think that looks bad at all. And actually the concealer pretty well matches this foundation. And once I blended the foundation down my neck, I feel like it looks like a decent color for me. Like it's not obviously too dark, you know what I mean? So let me just go ahead and start adding the rest of my makeup, and we can see what we think, you know, when I'm done. Who's that? Who's that? Sorry guys, I got sweetly interrupted by this little cutie. Tegan needed a little booby juice and a nap, so it's been about an hour since I applied the makeup and I'm still not done. But look how cute she is. I love you. Say hi. Hi. Not feeling it? Hi. Look how pretty her eyes are. I love you. Okay, back to the video. Okay, I am done with my makeup. Finally, it is currently 12:25. And can I just mention this lipstick? This is like my perfect nude. It's the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Nudist. Is that not? It's just beautiful, okay? It's beautiful. Go get it. Cheap and beautiful. But anyways, this is my finished makeup. So I feel like on camera it does look really pretty. Let me just zoom you in so you can kind of see what I'm seeing up close, and I can kind of give you my thoughts as of right now. Okay, so I think that it looks really pretty. I will say after I set my face and I was applying my bronzer, I felt like the bronzer was going on a little patchy. I feel like now it looks okay. I think it still looks a little patchy, but it's not too bad. I feel like the skin looks nice and pretty. I am getting some cakiness around, I'm getting some cakiness around my nose. That typically does happen to me, and also down here on my little, it's not really a butt chin, but like a opposite way butt chin. It's like right here, there's a little crack in my chin, and it is settling in there, and also my smile lines it's settling pretty bad in. And the lines on my forehead, it's not settling bad in, but it is settling there just a little bit. But I will say, around my nose, down here on my chin, and my smile lines is all places that I applied concealer, so I can't necessarily say that it is the foundation's fault. But as I said, that is pretty typical for me anyways. So I'm not just like too worried about it. But otherwise, I feel like my skin looks really pretty. It does look pretty natural. It's a pretty, I'd say it's a medium coverage finish with 2 layers. With one initial layer, I'd say it's pretty light coverage. I guess it depends. Sorry about that, my camera stopped recording, so I hope I'm picking up pretty much where I left off. But I think what I was saying was that I'd say 1 layer is about pretty light coverage, 2 layers is a decent medium coverage. If I didn't have this zit here, I mean, I would be really happy with it. As far as like up here on my little dark spots, I can still see it. It's not bad enough to where I care. Like I don't care if you can see a little bit of flaws, you know, through the foundation, because that's typically what you're going for if you're doing a lighter coverage. So you can see just a little bit of it right there. I'm just trying to determine how I feel about how it's settling on that area, because that area is a little bit dry still. It's still healing. I think it looks pretty good. It's not like dry, you know, it's not clinging to the dryness or anything. So that is really good. So as for right now, I don't know that I love this foundation. I think it's all right. I wouldn't say that it's worth basically $40 because, to be quite honest with you, it reminds me a lot of the Dream Urban Cover foundation by Maybelline. It's a pretty new foundation. The only reason I don't really like this is because it has sunscreen in it, and every time I use it I get a breakout without fail. It drives me insane. But I feel like if you want to use something like the Bite, that this Maybelline is very similar, especially if you don't break out from SPF. So just keep that in mind. And even the packaging, I mean, look how similar they are. It's really similar. But anyways, that's my verdict for right now. I'd give it like a 7 out of 10 probably. It looks nice, it looks fresh. I like the smell to it. And I think it's pretty. But do I think it would be my favorite foundation? Already, no, I do not think so. Whenever I wore it that first time and I didn't set it and I, you know, just put cream products on top of it, and I used the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, I put that all underneath it, and then by the end of the day, it was just slipping and sliding off. I mean, when I say the end of the day, I applied it pretty late in the day, so like 4 or 5 hours in, it just, like where I had put my blush on was just blush. There was no foundation under it. So without setting it, I can already say I didn't really like it, but I also had this underneath. So it could have been an issue with this. It was like basically the first time I tried this too. So I don't know what the point of telling you that was because it really doesn't help anything. But I don't know what I'm doing. But anyways, let's just keep on going on through the day. I'm gonna go out, do my stuff, and I'll come back in a few hours before the sun goes down just to give you an update on what I'm thinking. Alright guys, I'm back and I've got little Miss Tegan here with me. Say hi. Hi. It is currently 3:18 and I believe I said I started applying this at like 10:30, so 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30. Give or take almost 5 hours. So I just wanted to do a little check-in because it's getting a little late already and we're about to run to the store. Yes, we still haven't gone. And I don't want to go to the store and then come back and it's too late and da-da-da, you know what I mean? So I would say it still pretty much looks the same. I'm getting a little bit greasy right in between my eyebrows, but actually I kind of like that because I feel like it makes the foundation look more and more skin-like. It's not like overly greasy or anything. And actually I've just gotten, like my oils have kind of come through everywhere a little bit, and that's kind of helping around my nose and stuff where the foundation was settling. Granted, it is still settling, but it is, you know, it's meshing a little better now. It doesn't look like anything has worn off or gotten any cakey or anything, so I think it's looking good. I'm pretty happy with how it is held up so far. Let me zoom you in so you can take a look. See? You see yourself? Look. Who's that? Oh, who is that? Oh, what a pretty girl. Yeah, she's a pretty girl. I don't know if you guys can tell like around my nose or anything, but it is looking a little bit better and less cakey, like I said. So I will say it does look better as you wear it. All right, my camera is literally about to die, so I will just say as of right now, it has gotten better, so I'm gonna bump it up. What did I say before? 7? I'm gonna bump it up to an 8. At this point, I still don't think it's worth the money, but I do like it. I think it's pretty. If you're wanting something along these lines, it's a good option, but I think you could get pretty similar at the drugstore. So anyways, I'm going to conclude this here. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Say bye. Oh, what a pretty girl. Oh, what a pretty girl. Are you pretty? Can we go grocery shoppings? Boinga, boinga, boinga. I want yous. Okay, ready to go? Oh!